白きマントたなびかせて現る小児ベイビー問答無用のヒーロー捨てた過去に未練などないセイグバイバッドエンドに光る男の道許されぬラブとしていても傷つけ合った時ほど君にいてほしい黒き血潮たぎらせ熱いパニファイア胸に新たなヒストリー刻む孤独なノリラリズムに生きてゆく不器用なホワイトタイガーその名もダークヒーローアクターレ
Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to the stream. I am starting a bit late, mostly because I had to take care of some things. and I will be leaving tonight to go help out my father again. And I'll be back this weekend. Oh, hello, Black Tourist Warrior. Welcome to the stream. I'm glad that you're here. What was I gonna say? Right. Today I'm gonna be studying, mostly because I have fallen behind the past few days. And I want to catch up and just improve my work. I'm gonna be drawing torsos. Oh, hello, Albedo. How am I? I'm doing well now that I'm well rested. I haven't slept well the past... I haven't slept well since... Monday night? Yeah, that's good, yes. Thank you. Awfully warm this morning. It's gonna be warm for the rest of the week. Let's see. So, where was I saying? Oh, yes. Yeah, that's all that really matters, right? Getting a well night's rest and be able to think while I'm working, which I haven't been able to do. So, today I'm going to be studying torsos. There won't be any fan work today. And considering something came up on Saturday, I want to stream on Sunday, again in the morning. Unless something else comes up on then I'll have to see you next time. I'm really hoping that that homemade comes in, that home assistant come in soon, so that I can be back at it again and being consistent. But without further ado, I'm gonna start. I should probably explain what I'm doing. You're currently doing an art stream, so you won't be able to talk much. That's fine. I'm not gonna be talking much either, but I want to try and explain what I'm doing. So, peeping in and probably listening in will probably help you out. Because I'm trying to get this all down. Let's see, do I have a proper pencil? Yeah, that's a proper pencil. So, what I'm doing here is the torso. It doesn't matter which one, male, female. I have trouble with both of them, mostly because I have trouble when the arms are up, and I have trouble with the back of the person. No matter how many times I look at my workbook, it just seems a little unfair. Mostly because the demonstration from the instructor was all easy poses. Like, they're all stationary, they're all kind of like being extended a bit. One moment. Just one moment. Oh gosh. Sorry about that, it was just a random phone call. It's not that important. Anyway. So the instructor was doing these simple poses and then gives us a quiz on a complicated pose. 3 complicated poses, I should be specific. And I'm having trouble mostly because of the way that the model is posed. Specifically because all of them have their arms up. Oh, hi Freezing. Welcome to the stream. Good morning as well. I'm explaining why I'm having trouble with the quiz I'm trying to do. And it's the way that the models are shown. The instructor did some poses where the arms are up, but those look easy to draw compared to what I'm trying to do. Maybe it's because I'm tired and I'm thinking that I'm overcomplicating things, but it's neither here nor there. I'm also going to record this as a time-lapse for myself and to upload as a YouTube short. I'm hoping that whatever I learn you can benefit from, because when you benefit the most when you learn from someone else's mistakes. So don't copy their mistakes, copy their successes. Okay, I'm gonna do a warm-up torso. A simple one. Yeah, this is simple enough. So, based off what I learned, first thing you want to do is, well, practice your basic shapes, which is straight lines, ellipses, and boxes. Since this is a head-on pose, this will just be a simple square. Simple rectangle, I should say. And in doing so, I can invent a torso from imagination. I'm drawing a placeholder for the pelvic bone, which the obliques are going to connect to, and part of the pelvis. One more thing to draw is the clavicle bone here. Just a handlebar, simple handlebar, but not too long. Okay, simple gap. Look at that. All right. I think my gesture looks good. Now I'm gonna build on top. I'm gonna build structurally on top of it. So I'm going to be adding the muscles based off of simple gestures. Like, for example, putting in the pectoral muscle. It was like this. And this way. Leave it curves over the ribcage like so. Oh, one more thing. I forgot to measure the bottom cavity of the ribcage. I forgot to add that part. This is gonna be a male torso, so the opening is gonna be a little bit wider. What? I have to move this over. I need space for the shoulder. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to attach the shoulder to the clavicle bone on the right side of the torso. I mean, it's our left, but it's the torso's right. So it's the right shoulder. Okay. I believe it ends like this. The way I drew this spot here, this is how the pectoral attaches to the bone of the humerus. So this is what this is for. it's typically not on top of the deltoid, it's actually tucked under the shoulder. But I'm just gonna put this here as an indication because that part gets stretched when your arm goes up. Oh, and a fun fact, your clavicle and your upper arm, your upper arm bone actually stops when you get to the lateral state of your arm. Let's say you have your right arm and you raise it up so that you're making like a T shape. That's where your bone on your arm stops because it's being stopped by the nodule in your clavicle bone. For your arm to go all the way up, it's going to move from the base of your clavicle bone, so that's the second part that moves up. So what I'm saying here is that, let's say this is your clavicle bone. Ooh, what was that flicker? How strange. Let's say this is your arm. This is the clavicle bone. This is the bone of your upper arm. No. Actually, down here. It's this notch that stops your humerus from overextending on your clavicle. So it's actually like, it looks like this, but when you turn it, it stops right there. So when you raise the actual arm, it's actually your bone going this way. And like, this is something I have to remember when I try to pose the torso. This arm actually looks bad. Like, it goes this way. Okay, let me see. Shoulder, put the chest. Let's add in the lats. Like this. That's behind the rib cage. It overlaps like this. And then the obliques are somewhat near the bottom. And hits this point right that I made right here. Thanks for the hearts. I think you understand what I mean though, right? Like, the way the body works. It's a very complicated machine, but it all makes sense, all things considering. I'm going to indicate the bottom of the pubis, down here, and the tendons that attach to that. Okay, and this part, it's not tricky, but it's very interesting. This line I drew here, this is where the top of the, abs are. Interesting base of it, yeah. Is it interesting? These abs go all the way down here. However, erase just a little bit. That bottom ab stops right here. So you have the top set of abs that stick here, and another set over here. And this is around where your, I guess, the belly button would be. I mean, I'm inventing a torso. The belly button is actually different on real people. For some people it's lower, for some people it's higher. But it's so marginal. That's why the belly button is not a reliable marker on the torso, especially because it can be invented that easily. This is why you gotta rely on the bones. Just gonna here. Whoops. This should fit like this. Yeah. I forgot one thing. I'm just gonna separate this so it looks different. Looks separated. I'm gonna extend this a bit more. You can see the torso coming together a bit. Yeah, exactly. So that's essentially how I learned, or how I was taught to make the torso. I mean, they say this is through invention. Basically, when you say I drew this through invention, it means you just made it up. So this is technically an ideal torso, based off of your knowledge of anatomy. Let's see. Serratus, it's marked here. I have to extend this a bit more. Of course, it's not gonna always be perfect, but I just want to like mark all the spots. Here, down here. Leave this far down. Okay, and there is the torso I made. From the front, I'm gonna make the back one. Measure the height of everything. I don't know why, but the back is always the one I have trouble with, even though there's less to draw. Maybe that's the problem, because there's less to draw. I'm like, what am I drawing? You know? But parts I have to rely on are the spine itself and the scapula, as well as the sacrum bone, as well as the pelvis. Those are all my bony parts. We're gonna draw the traps, which goes over like this. Actually a little bit lower. And then over like this. So this shape is the trapezius, or the traps. Well, that's the top half of it. We're gonna draw the bottom half in a moment. We need to draw in the bones of the shoulder blades, which I often draw too close, so that's my problem. I have to be a bit more mindful about how I draw. The back, anyway. Yes, connects here and here. goes this way. Shape. And then this is the bottom of the trapezius. The trapezius is this shape as well as this triangle, but I think I drew mine too large. There you go. Okay, all the bones are in place. Okay. This part's interesting. The sacrum. It's here. I think. Yeah, measure this. The sacrum lines with the shoulder blade, which is that. I'm gonna put a dot there. And then there's this rhythm here. Thing is, when I'm drawing from real bodies, I don't quite see this shape all the time. So it's something I have to remind myself that it's there. And it does, depending on the person, it does get bigger or smaller. But it technically touches the ribcage in terms of the rhythm. Here is the latissimus. It looks like that, but in the back, it goes like this. It wraps around the scapula, well, the bottom half of the scapula. Well, I should make mine lower, actually. Okay. This is the problem I have here. Latissimus is this low. It's weird because it's attached to the upper arm bones. So that's where the confusion comes sometimes. And then there's like, when you draw it on women, it's almost invisible. Because the muscle on women is just so small. Gosh, you don't like anatomy, but do want to get to it at some point. Yeah. I'm hoping that this helps, because if I explain it as simplistically to myself, then possibly other people will understand. It's essentially like shape language. If I just see how this connects to here and there and draw it as a basic shape, you can understand how it all connects, how it all falls into place. And what my instructor told me is that even though I'm inventing this back torso, this muscle connects like over the ribcage and down here. Like some type of strange cape. Come on, you're okay. You're understanding just a bit. Okay, that's fair. So the muscle attaches like this on a real body, because you can see the obliques from behind, which looks like this. Oof. Lower. There we go. Another thing about the back is that, well, the butt. The buttocks goes down here. It doesn't go in the box, it goes down here. Because that's where the lower part of the butt goes. No, this is a male torso. I'm gonna do a female one next. So that, you can see the point of comparison. Like, you can tell that this male one is like really bulky and boxy looking. I'm going to add the female one, so you can see the difference in shape, how much smaller it is, and how much softer everything is. Okay. So that's done. Just want to make sure everything's fine. Okay. Just gonna move this a bit over. Whoops. So once again, I'm going to invent the same torso, but I'm going to make it a female. I'm actually going to zoom in for this. So the box with the pelvis for a female is going to be wider than a male. Just ever so slightly, though. Just the bones are wider, not the muscle or the fat. That comes later. So many shapes. Yep, that's how you learn. Lots of shapes. Okay. Here. So starting from the clavicle bone, we're going to shorten it a little bit because women technically don't have wide shoulders. I mean, there are some that do, but it's not a common trait. I'm gonna make sure that it's not as... Okay. I'm also gonna add in the pectoral guidance. But not completely, because I want to add in the cavity. The thing about rib cages is that if you measure it by 1/2, you can get the opening of the bottom part. Let me see if I measured that right. No. A little bit higher. I think that should be okay. Then above that is the abdominal wall, and above that is the pecs, except in this case it won't be just the pecs, it will be the breasts of the chest. How I find that is measuring from the clavicle bone as a rhythm. Make sure everything makes sense. Okay. So there needs to be space up here for the upper part of the chest, and then there's the breast at the bottom. I'm gonna just draw the shape properly here. That seems about right. These extra lines. I'm also gonna add in her shoulder in the same way that I did the male. But it won't be as big. Okay. So I'm doing the same thing but a bit different. Yes, it's basically the same except with a woman's torso, you have to simplify some of the shapes because women naturally have more fat than a man on her body. Mostly in the places such as the breasts and the hips and the thighs, excuse me. Oh, and the lower back as well. So those spots are technically softer and thus much more simplified. Excuse me. It also has to make some sense because it has to connect. Yeah, it has to connect to the bottom of the pectoral muscle. That way it makes more sense. And there always needs to be space up here. Otherwise, it also doesn't make any sense. Okay. So the next step is the latissimus, and this is where it gets a little odd. Let's see. I'm gonna draw in her ribcage and just make a very small indication here. Actually, maybe I can just make a new canvas so you can see the difference. It's in the wrong spot. There we go. So you can see the difference from the top to the bottom while I'm working on this side. I'm gonna clean this up a bit. I'm also gonna... I don't think I need to make her ribcage a bit narrower, but you can do that when you invent torsos. Like, I would recommend you make smaller ribcages for women, but not too small, otherwise you're gonna not have enough space to add in the things that you need, like her muscle structure and her breasts. Granted, exaggeration is welcomed when you're drawing, but when you're studying, you can't exaggerate too much, otherwise you're gonna lose the plot. Okay. I'm gonna make an indication for her obliques. Because she has a wider rib cage, it's a little bit wider than the male one. Indication, down here.
Take hold of the destiny I may give you life.
Typically where our hips would go like that. I'm just gonna add these in so it doesn't look confusing. Because everything gets cinched at the waist for women. And I want to make sure that that's understood. And because this is, well, typically with women, their abdominal wall is not too visible. I know there are people who do like to draw like very muscular women with very visible six-packs. But realistically, that's not healthy on a woman because women need body fat. In fact, if you see a woman in real life with a six-pack, she's probably starving. Starving and cold and probably hangry. So that's just something to indicate, but drawing muscular women, it's fine. It doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do, I know that I indicated her abdominal separation, but realistically you just want to see you will see the outside indication, like this. You will see her belly button and possibly the bottom parts of her abdominal wall. Also, a little bit of the middle. I'm not gonna add the side muscles here, the serratus, because I don't think it's that important. But I think I got the message across. I'm gonna draw the back now.
Stay close to me, my love. You've taught me that life can be revived with the smiling face. The meaning of my destiny can be changed for your love. I can rule the world, my love.
Here.
Can you see that we can all survive?
Here.
If you'll be by my side, the world will be a better place for us all. I will make my way, my love.
Pretty sure this box is wide. A little bit too wide.
I will now
Measure it.
be the sun.
No, it's actually fine. Huh. Let's measure it again, though. Yeah, it's fine. Nice. My eyes are getting better at measuring. Okay, so I believe I made her ribcage a bit narrow, which is a bit fine. A little bit fine. Mostly because I think I want to do this right. Getting there? Yeah, I'm getting there. So let's add her traps, well, the top of her traps. And then bottom part. And the bones. Actually, I wonder if I should make this smaller. You know what? I'm gonna leave it as is. But I'm gonna extend this a bit further. Rest of her traps. And then her sacrum. Be aligned with this. This. I'm pretty sure I'm making this a bit larger than it should be, but it's fine for now. As long as I remember not to do it again. Or I can probably just measure what I did here. Not just the, scapula. If you look at a person from behind, you can look up and down at their neck and trace your eyes from their neck downward to their sacrum and see that it kind of lines up. That's how you find these spots. And I think that's what I did here, subconsciously. Because if I were to, like, draw a neck here, on this guy right here, it actually makes sense. The same with this one. Let's cover that up. So if her neck stops here and here, which is the same as the scapula, I think. Yeah. So guess what? I corrected my mistake. Nice. Rhythm here. Okay. Here comes the interesting part. Her latissimus dorsi is again smaller than a man's, so it's almost barely visible. Almost. It starts here. And then it just kind of like drops off like that. And it hugs the rib cage up until it reaches the sacrum. Sacrum, excuse me. And the obliques are towards the bottom of the rib cage. Okay. Oh, once again, the buttocks. Because she has more fat on her body, everything looks more rounded back here. Not that much rounded. I'm just gonna I'm gonna keep it simple, like that. I mean, realistically, like it goes here and here because of her bone. She has a bone here, and that's where it sticks out. That's why the hips look so wide, because of her bone. Her bone, her muscle, and her body fat creates that shape. So that's something to keep in mind when you draw hips. That's also, a woman's hips is also a place where most artists want to exaggerate because of the amount of body fat you can put on them. That's why you often see bodies that have like really large chest and really big hips but a really small waist, because they take advantage of the fat distribution on a woman's body and then invent that type of hyper-exaggerated feminine body. I want to fix something here before I move on. But first I would like to take a small break to get more water and to use the restroom. So, BRB. Hello, I'm back. Oh, that water hit the spot. Let's see here. Okay. I'm going to make this torso a bit narrower so that it matches the one next to it. I know there's like a tool to help me with that, but I don't want to use it. Welcome back. Thank you. It's actually a bit lower here. You can see the right here. Okay. Oh, hi. Hello. Welcome back. Everybody's so active on this Wednesday. You know, I can't really like blame people. It is getting a bit summery. So I guess people are a lot more active. Sun's out, it's warm, it's nice. People just want to have fun, you know? Maybe I can extend this a bit here. This time YouTube actually gave me the notification. It did. I've been live since 10:15. It's a bit dubious. Well, thanks for coming to the stream. I am studying torsos today, mostly because I'm having trouble studying given my situation. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for that. I'm going to move on to more simplistic shapes, which is just going to be lines, basically circles and rectangles, basically boxes. Just say boxes. Because I want to learn how the body bends before I can even begin to like add stuff to it. Because that's the problem I've been having. I'm also going to stop recording this one. Save it. Moments, please don't crash. Hey. Okay, let's save. Let's turn that off. Okay. Now we're gonna be drawing shapes. Oh, actually, yeah, I'm gonna keep it all zoomed out. I don't need this window anymore. Let's see. This is the body bending laterally. Here. Okay. There's an overlap where it's going to be bunched. So the rib cage is on top. Make that darker. Then the scrunched up oblique. I'll make it a bit thicker actually. Scrunched up oblique, and then the rest of the oblique. Yeah, it is tricky. Let's see. There is one for backward and forward. Forward looks a little bit tricky too, actually. Backward actually looks much more straightforward. From the side, the ribcage is much narrower, so it looks like this. Put in the bones here. Also from the side, the box is going to tilt forward just a little bit. And it's also going to look narrow. Actually going to end right here. Once again, rib cage is king. Then comes the pinch. And the rest. If you want, I'm just gonna like add the back of the pelvis here. And I'm gonna bend it a bit forward. Same view, except pelvis is neutral. Make it a bit bigger. Okay. Stops here. Actually, it should stop a bit higher, considering where the muscles are. Stop right here. Yeah. Rib cage here. And the abdominal wall gets scrunched up in the front. Then the rest is just fine, I think. It should be a bigger shape. I guess it depends about how big the torso is. I think the more body fat on the torso, the more creases it gets when it bends forward. But I draw from idealized bodies, so I don't have that problem. Boy, this one is twisting. this is hard. It is a challenge. This side is short. See more on this side. Eee. Okay. Gotta get the twist right. And that's usually starts here. It's kind of hard to convey. Do that again. I think I made the rib cage a bit too small. Maybe that's why I'm kind of goofing this up. Does that look like it's twisting? I think. It looks like it's twisting. I think this shape here is a bit too big. This shape right here. But like this part. This torso is sitting down, but twisting towards me. Okay, I'm just gonna leave that as is. I gotta practice a lot in order to understand what I'm doing. This one's from the back. Just gonna do a brief mark to indicate that this is the back, the body. Make the side a bit wider too. Hey. This is, gosh. This is the bend of the rib cage. This is a natural bend of the ribcage. It's typically seen from the 3/4 angle and sometimes from the profile. You can also be seen from the back depending on how the body is twisting or extending itself. Overlap. Yeah, there's a lot of pinching going on here. This goes here. Also, because this is the back, the obliques behave differently. They are in front of the latissimus, but behind the ribcage. I'm gonna lower this up a little bit. I'm in the wrong spot. So it should look like this. I'm gonna draw more muscles so I know what part of the body this is. Okay. Wait, I'm not gonna draw the rest of the muscle. I'll do that in my own time. I'm gonna move on to another set. I'm just capturing the gesture, not anything else. Because the gesture is my foundation, and if my foundation looks bad, then my structure is gonna look also bad. Let's do that again. Body is also twisting, but it's twisting away, so I don't have to worry about that crunch of the midsection. Oh, it's almost 11:30. Okay. I'm thinking about stopping in about 15 minutes. Because this is around the time where I'm getting notifications regarding other things. Plus, I have to prepare to leave for tonight. So I want to clean up the home a bit more before I go. And pack the things that I need to pack. So... yes, I think you weren't here to see in the beginning of the stream, but, I have to take care of my dad, but he lives with my sister, so I have to go meet up there to take care of my dad. I'll be gone tomorrow and Friday, but I'll be back this weekend. I think I want to see if my schedule is free this weekend, because I do want to squeeze in one more stream before the week ends. But I think I'm going to be busy on Saturday, so it might be on Sunday. But I can't hard promise a Sunday stream because anything else could come up. Well, yeah, here's hoping that nothing comes up. One moment, I need to listen to this. I'll answer that message in a moment. I just want to finish up here. Hey, actually, how much do I have left? Do 4 more. These are pretty quick. There's another back torso. Hey. Join that wrong. Takedown is okay. This big old shape, so I know that this is the back. And she is bending forward. Once again, when a person is bending forward and their back is to you, don't worry about the front. Never worry about that. If you can't see it, don't worry about it. I gotta make more space. I gotta count again. 3. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3 more. I think I have space for 3. They're all standing. Yeah, I can make do. If I zoom in, it'll be better. Especially since it's so simplistic. Oh, but this... The pelvis is tilted forward again. Oh, catch that. So it's bending, but not too much to make a crease. Okay. Another back torso. The thing about gesture is that the more you do it, the faster you get at drawing it. Oh, that's great. Bottom is not showing that much. That's simple. Add this here. I know this is the back. Yeah, why not? Add foot. I hope your dad gets better. Ah, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I got some good news about him. He is getting better in regards to his memory. I think he's starting to understand some things, but it's a slow process, but he's getting there. Okay. Oh, it's 11:40. Well, I'm technically done, but yeah, I am technically done. Because I've run out of time, technically. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it a lot because I really did miss streaming, and that 5-day absent really like made me pretty glum. But certain things in life do take priority, and that was one of them. So I have to set my feelings aside just for the sake of some much more important things, essentially. I can only imagine the state he was found in. Yeah. You did well, thank you. Thank you very much. I mean, even though he got hurt on May 8th, some of his bruising and some of his scrapes, while they're healed, they're like terribly scarred. So I'm just wondering what we can do about that. But I don't want to focus on that because it seems a bit trivial. I need to focus more on his diet and his mobility and increasing his brain activity, because I feel like he doesn't do much, honestly. That being said, once again, thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. I will see you hopefully on Sunday. If not, I will let you know on my X? I'm gonna call it Twitter or Threads, because I can't seem to gain access to my YouTube channel on my phone. I don't know, I can't explain why, but I just can't seem to get to the community tab. So see you later, enjoy your weekend, because I won't be able to see you on the weekend. I won't be seeing you on Friday, excuse me. So have a fine day and have a beautiful Wednesday. See ya. Bye-bye.